Hi and welcome to the third instalment of this how-to guide series on Tyrell Cloud. In this one, we're going to be looking at the setup of EditShare FLEX shared storage in Tyrell Cloud. In the previous two videos, we've covered the project setup, how to deploy services into that project. We've also covered user management and access to our cloud workstations. So if this was an on-premise deployment, so far I've procured, unboxed and racked my workstations and shared storage. I've set up my AD environment and HP Anywhere broker, and I've installed the apps I need on my workstations. And we're only about 15 minutes in if you're kind enough to ignore a bit of installer fast forwarding. In this video, we're going to commission our EFS shared storage, which is basically the same process as for a physical server. So if you're experienced with EditShare, you can do plenty of skipping on this one, but for the sake of completeness, I'll cover the whole thing. So let's jump in. Let's start at our project dashboard. Now I've already set our schedule to have our instances running. And the first thing I want to do is connect to our workstation so that I'm in the same local network as our EditShare deployment, so it's easy to access and configure. Now I already have a VNC viewer installed, which I need to connect to my EditShare server. The IP address for the EditShare server is available in the project dashboard, and the password is EditShare's default change.me0479. Now once we're onto the desktop of our EditShare server, we want to assign this server some roles. So to do so, we go to the role assistant, double click, same password again to access this configuration wizard. From here, there's nothing on the first page to do other than to proceed and give my EFS a host name, a primary network interface. Both will be given defaults, they're perfectly fine to keep. The server group, in this instance, is much of a muchness. This is a token that allows EditShare servers to see multiple servers and group their resources together. So I'm just going to give that a name. It doesn't really matter. So let's move forward now. And this is a key element where we need to edit the roles of our EditShare server. Now, a role for an EditShare server can be many things. Obviously, the core functionality is a shared storage server. But with EditShare's quite comprehensive suite of MAM tools through Flow and archive tools through Arc, we need to define what exactly we want our EditShare server to do. So I definitely want it to be an EFS storage node and master, but just for fun, I'm going to set it to be the admin and database for the Flow services that come bundled with an all-in-one license, which is what we provide for an EFS FLEX server in Tyrell Cloud. So once I've selected all of my tick boxes, I want to move forward in the process. I'm going to save and I'm going to keep that configuration, and that will give all the instructions the EditShare server needs to go and configure itself. So it's a bit of a waiting game at this point. We'll chop out a bit of the spinny wheel and progress bar just to make this a little more watchable, but you can expect this to complete in about 5 minutes. And with that, our system is now configured. So we can quit out of the role assistant dialog. It will force a reboot on the EditShare server, which is no problem. We'll lose connection on our VNC, so we can close that down. And when it comes back up, we can jump straight into the browser GUI of the EditShare server by plumbing in the IP address straight into Chrome. And the first thing we want to do is set up EFS control. Now, password is the same as it has been through the video. We'll get prompted to change that password. We can ignore that for now, just for the purposes of this video. And the first thing you'll be prompted for is a license. Now, when you deploy EditShare FLEX on Tyrell Cloud, we will deposit a license into an EditShare account for you. So to activate that license, I want to go to my online activation and plumb in the credentials for my EditShare account here. And that will go and ping my EditShare account and license the server for us. So there is my license successfully applied. Now with an all-in-one license, we get all the Flow features as well as the basic storage that we want to use in this project. So I can run through all of my entitlements there. I have my 55 terabytes of online storage. I have a license that's going to enable me to use Flow to scrub S3 storage from a third party. But first, what I want to do is set up some shared media spaces. So in EFS Control, if I go into the Media Spaces menu and create a new space, I can give this a name. Let's go with Chili Edit Offline. Now for media space type, I'm working in Premiere, so a managed space is the most appropriate. If you're in Avid and doing a shared bin workflow, then Avid style is what you would want to choose. But for now, I can just create with a managed space. So with any media space, I need to connect that to a user. So if I go to my users menu and quickly go to create a user Greg and create, and again, ignore my password change. I can now connect my user, and then if I go into my user's spaces settings and press the plus button, I can see my Chili Edit Offline. Permissions here, standard means read and write. You can also give a read only, but in this case, I do want to write. And that is now configured and complete. Now from here, we want to jump back to the EditShare homepage, download and install EditShare Connect. It's a 3-click install, a user license agreement, no configuration, so I won't bore you with it. And I'm going to log into my server with my username and password that I've just created, and I will see my workspace available to mount to a drive letter, at which point I can start moving my rushes over and start editing. And that concludes our setup of our EditShare EFS FLEX in Tyrell Cloud. We'll just speed through the footage of me copying some media into my bin and starting to edit in Premiere. And hopefully I'll see you for our next video where we're going to be looking at SRT contribution into Tyrell Cloud using Connect Stream. But for now, thanks for watching and hopefully see you next time.